Before we get into it, I just wanted to let you know that I am currently live on Twitch and YouTube right now the moment that this video goes live, so feel free to come and hang out with me on reset day for Star Wars The Old Republic. Anyways, today we have a potential hot take for you. The developers have stuck to their word and have finally released the Master Mode version of Relentless Replication on the player test server. Any new content like this is welcome as usual. However, I would have some gripes with the fact that new augments are being released already. With the release of Relentless Replication, we already got new blue and purple augments, and they are quite pricey as it is to craft or buy. You could argue that these new gold augments they intend on releasing are not even needed. People have already cleared all the current content, but also it's possible that they will be required to complete Master Mode Relentless Replication itself, so I guess we'll see on that front. However, the general gist is that the game is overall quite easy, easier than ever before really. Story mode operations are a literal cakewalk, to the point you can basically ignore mechanics and just burn a boss until it's dead. Similar strategies are used in veteran mode operations still, such as Scum and Villain's first boss, where players can just nuke the boss and not bother with moving the shield in the sandstorm. And again, that is in veteran mode. The game is far too easy to be thinking about upgrading the power level of our characters just yet. Besides, we still haven't heard anything about Master Mode R4 Anomaly, and seemingly it's still nowhere near coming to the game. The augments are probably going to be needed for that version of the operation. Given the fact that we've never had a lair boss in Master Mode before, I do think more communication about future multiplayer updates is needed from the developers. What would be great is if they could release a roadmap that shows endgame players when and where to expect new content. For example, back when God from the Machine was being released one boss at a time, we had updates around the time frame so players could get ready for a new encounter. We don't have that anymore, and the reason why is completely unknown still. Hopefully soon the developers will realise they still have a committed endgame player base, who would like fresh new things to do. While I'm talking about endgame stuff, I figured now would be a good time to drop my feedback on the current gearing system for the game. For anyone who doesn't know, I've been streaming SWTOR almost daily now for just over a month. In fact, just last night I created a new guild on the server Darth Malgus. If you want an invite, let me know in the comments. Effectively, this is the most I've played the game for a long time now. I've put more than 150 hours into the game since streaming again, and I still don't have a fully geared character. The grind for the best gear is simply too grindy. Fair enough, you can use this gear on your ults and make the process faster later on. However, I still find this gearing system to be very lackluster compared to what we've had in the past. 2.0 and 3.0 honestly had the best system, and the developers should consider bringing that back. Now, in other interesting news, a recent exploit was hotfixed by the developers, surrounding concern about a tech fragment farming method. Basically, players were crafting this item, then using the GTN to sell it back to themselves, which allowed them to get tech fragments from deconstructing them. If you deconstructed enough, it would literally cap out your tech fragments currency. So it was quite an effective method of farming, especially for gold materials which can be bought with tech fragments. So if you were using this method, well, now you can't anymore. And because of this so-called exploit, the devs have currently changed how biochem deconstruction works. So if you have that crew skill, you should check out the forum post that was made about it. The last thing we land on is that the PTS also had more updates to character modernization. Here are a few examples. I'm not seeing too much differences, but some players say they are looking a little better. Other players still think their characters look too old or weathered. That's pretty much it for today. Don't forget to catch me live if you want to hang out. Again, I'll be streaming on Twitch and here on YouTube the moment this video releases. Thank you all for watching, and may the Force be with you.